So perfect. I just we have a little bit of a break, guys. So we have 4 minutes before our next speaker is starting their presentation, and in that time, I just wanted to make you aware of another conference that SPE is having that many people from this group may find interest. And so, if you can see it on my backdrop behind me, you'll see that we have our first Plastic In series. And so what we're trying to do is tie a lot of the work that we're doing to end markets. And so since I'm involved in aerospace, myself and Scott Eastman decided to create something called Plastics in Aerospace. And so it's being held on May 18th. I'm taking advantage of all of us being home and working remotely so we can kind of see what's going on in the industry that we support. And so it's a one-day event as we speak, but we are getting considerable interest from others so that we're thinking about making it a 2-day webinar to see if we can support that. And so just to give you an idea, there's a lot of talks that are going on related to thermoplastic composites. And so so far the speakers that we have on board are from Safran, from Boeing, from ATC, from Areva when we go into thinking about printing of composites, also from Fokker. So we have an international footprint as well for those that were really pioneers in this space. And so if you would like more information, I would strongly encourage you to look out at our website. So it's www.4spe.org/plastics in aero, and you can get some more information there. And we will be adding more of content to that in the coming days as the program becomes more and more solid. So if there's any questions, I can definitely field them. We have 2 more minutes. And so if you have a quick question related to that, you can just throw it in the chat menu and I'll be able to see it.
Jason, I'd just like to add a quick comment is, folks, in a certain way, being remote has actually played out to my advantage. I'm just sharing my experience. Now I'm able to attend multiple different events, which I wouldn't have been able to with the budget, travel budgets and stuff given. This is just a unique opportunity for all of us. I would just encourage everyone to entertain these opportunities and take advantage of it. So that's all I wanted to add, Jason.
Yeah, if you look at it for SPE members, the cost is $195, I believe. And if you think about that, if you had to go to a real location, you'd be lucky if you can get your hotel room under that cost. Never mind a flight if it was necessary, nor the meals that you'd have associated with it. So I couldn't agree more. I think it's interesting, and it will continue to be interesting to see how this is changing how we do business as we move forward. I fully expect that multinational companies like mine will say, hey, is this something that we can do remotely rather than getting there in person? Obviously, if we look at SPE and our mission is knowledge and networking, we can very clearly disseminate knowledge over the platforms that we're using today. The one thing that we still need to get better at is the networking aspect. And so I think someone will come along with a neat invention. And so Brian Landis is asking if there's still opportunities for speakers for the Plastics and Aerospace Conference. I believe the answer is yes. Right now, the level of speaker that we have for the event is at a very, very high-end level. So it's basically thought leaders in the area. And so we wanted to keep it to a very elite crowd. And so almost all the speakers that we have, in fact, all the speakers that we have were hand-selected by myself and Scott Eastman. And so, but we do have, there were people that put in submissions for the conference that has gone into potentially day 2. So to answer your question, Brian, we're reviewing that with staff to see if we have enough to create maybe a day-and-a-half conference with presentations that we feel would be applicable to this community. And so if I had to guess, I'm a gambling man, I would say that we will end up at a day-and-a-half. And so we might have room for 2 or 3 more presentations. And so if there are people that are interested, please reach out to me and we can put you in base.